Well, every presidential election year, it happens like clockwork. The party out of power spends millions, maybe even $1 billion this year, trying to convince us everything would be better if they were in the White House. It's easy to get lost in all the political rhetoric, even a little depressed by it all. But the problem is, when you take an honest look at the economic data for the state, economically, things are pretty good here. I sat down with the Department of Commerce's Deidre Myers to separate the fact from the fiction. When it comes to our unemployment rate, we've been seeing it tick up just a bit. Is that a worry for the state?
Not at all. In fact, right now it's still under 5%. 5% is considered natural employment. You have people who are moving from one economy to another. They're just graduating from college. They're retiring. So it's the natural flow of people who are unemployed. If we're under 5%, that's a very good sign for the economy. In fact, when it gets below 5%, it becomes worrisome for employers, because perhaps there aren't enough people out there to hire, and the supply and demand market of employment becomes difficult. So we like for it to be around 5%.
Now, everyone tracks the unemployment rate, but you say another good determiner is our job growth rate. Explain that if you would.
Well, unemployment rate explains those people who are able and willing to look for work but who aren't yet employed. We also want to look at payroll employment, because that tells us about how companies are hiring. Now, this is very different than our overall employment in terms of those people who work for themselves or who may have a business at home or something like that. Payroll employment tells us about how companies are behaving, if they're hiring or if they're not. When companies hire, it means that they have a very positive outview of the economy, and they are willing to risk taking the costs of salaries and benefits and other things that are associated with payroll or employment. So in Oklahoma, over the past 12 months, we actually ranked third in terms of our payroll employment growth, which is fantastic. It's 2.5%. North Dakota is first, but everybody knows the energy growth that is going on in North Dakota is amazing. So they're kind of a state that's by themselves. But what's also fascinating is that Oklahoma has continued to stay in the top 5 states in terms of payroll employment growth over the past year. And we didn't have the kind of recession loss that most states did. So we're starting at a better place after the recession, and we're keeping a higher growth rate, which is very positive for our economy.
And what has that meant for the average personal income?
Well, while payroll employment has gone up, our income has gone up as well. Grubb & Ellis just did a review of personal income over the last 9 quarters, and they found that only 3 states had income growth above that of the U.S. in 8 of those 9 quarters. It was Texas, North Dakota, and Oklahoma. So you can see, obviously, that energy is very important to the states that are doing well right now in our economy. But it says that Oklahoma, not only are people employed, but there's a lot of wealth being generated in the state, which is very important to prosperity.
So it sounds like a fairly rosy picture for the state, at least economically.
I would say that the economic indicators we have right now are trending in a very positive manner.
All right. Deidre Myers with Oklahoma's Department of Commerce.